I was a 10x engineer, now I'm useless. That's the title of this video who got a lot of traction on Twitter. It's right now sitting at 5 million views in 3 days, and it's for a good reason. This video really shows all the emotions that developers have been sitting on for months or years right now, seeing how powerful AI is becoming and really worrying about our job. So in this video, I want to share with you the status quo of AI, the challenges that we are dealing with as developers, and also some ideas that I came up with, but I'm sure a lot of people thought the same stuff on how you can move on from here and just make sure that you have a stable job as a developer. There are multiple paths, and that's actually a choice that you have to make. So just to wrap it up, the problem that we have right now with AI is that developers are having difficulties writing code by hand. Once you try to write code with AI, you're simply prompting and you're getting actually really good results. You start asking yourself, why should I write code by hand? And an even bigger problem is that it's also hard to review AI code. AI is just so powerful, it can generate thousands of lines, and as humans, we just cannot keep up with it. And this led to a lot of people to simply decide they don't want to review the code at all. They don't want to look at the code that is generated by AI. And this is actually also the case of OpenClaw, which is crazy if you think about it, that such a successful product was built by AI entirely simply by nudging it to the right direction and making sure you write down the right prompts and not even looking at the code. And this pushes us down the road of specification engineering. We just want to define what we actually want to have. And it's crazy for me to say this, but I am seeing that software is really going down the same path as real evolution. So as long as you pass the test of natural selection, you make the cut. So in programming, as long as you have the right requirements set, you can get the AI to do the code for you. And this leads to huge problems, especially for developers. First one being the identity problem. Developers used to take a lot of pride in writing every line of code and just feeling this happiness or fulfillment when you have created a whole system or part of a system that talks to another one. And you know the system inside out, or you translated these user requirements to technical code, and it's just deeply satisfying. And once you take away this pride that developers had in writing software, you take away this connection that you have to the work. And it's really hard to get motivated if you are not connected to what you are creating and you don't feel some sense of pride. Now imagine being a beginner who wants to get into coding. How would you actually motivate a person to do that? Because up until now, you could just say you have to create projects. If you want to learn, the best way to learn is not to just follow a lesson or watch videos without touching your keyboard. You should actually go and build some real stuff. So one way would be to just tell beginners, hey, don't use AI and just try to write everything down by hand. But I don't know if this is actually really doable. And right now we are in this world where we have two extremes. On one side, we have the AI enthusiasts who have been trying for so long to tell us to look at how amazing AI is at creating code. And then we have the other camp of people who are not really impressed by AI and by the results and try to hold on to the old definition of being a software developer. Now let's talk about the solutions, because I think there are right now literally 3 paths that you can go down. And this is going to be really decisive in the next years, especially on your career as a software developer. First one is that you just ignore it. I think this is probably one of the easiest paths to go down on, at least on the short run. And for that, you can actually also work at companies who are not using AI. And I'm talking about regulated industries like at banking or insurances. So that could be an option for you. The second path, which I would actually recommend a bit more, would be to just level up your AI skills. It's never too late to jump on the AI train. And the good thing about AI is that stuff changes so fast that basically everyone is still a little bit behind. So you don't have to be on the latest stuff all the time. Just getting familiar with the core concepts of AI and also with the most popular products out there for AI assisted development could be really enough to be back on the track. And on the long run, I think it comes down to having a good taste. I think in the future, the jobs of being a software developer and a designer and a product manager, I think all of these 3 roles are kind of going to merge together. I'm already seeing a lot of companies hiring design engineers. So they are already merging these two roles. And I think in the future, we are not going to be working as a developer only. It's going to be more like a 1-person or a 2-person team where people autonomously take on really big tasks and use AI intensively during the whole process. So that's kind of how I see the future. So I hope that you have got some value out of this video. Of course, I'm gonna put a link to the original one in the description. And if you are into web development, check out this one over here. This is my last uploaded video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Ciao.